For millions of years, the gray wolf roamed the vast, untouched wastelands, subject only to the ancient laws of nature. They were apex predators, shaping ecosystems and maintaining the delicate balance of the wild. But the world they once knew is rapidly shrinking, replaced by a completely new force of nature. The first signs of change are often subtle, barely noticeable until it's too late. As the human population grows, the invisible boundaries between the wild and the tamed begin to clash violently. Deep in the ancient forests, the deafening roar of machinery disrupts the silence of the pack's territory. The deforestation not only destroys the trees, but also erases the complex hunting grounds on which the wolves depend. Without their natural shelter, the predators become vulnerable, and their traditional prey is forced to migrate. However, the greatest obstacle to their survival is not the loss of trees, but the asphalt rivers that now divide the land. Roads fragment wolf populations, isolating families and hindering the genetic diversity that is critical to their health. For a species designed to roam across thousands of square miles, these artificial boundaries create a constant, deadly maze. As natural hunting grounds disappear, wolves move closer to human settlements in a desperate search for food. This forced proximity creates a dangerous intersection, setting the stage for an inevitable and often tragic conflict. To the human eye, night is a time for rest, but technology reveals the hidden tension just beyond the porch light. For agricultural communities, the wolf is not a symbol of the wild, but a direct threat to their livelihood and heritage. When livestock is lost, retribution is swift, igniting a war that has raged between humans and wolves for centuries. Control methods are often indiscriminate, relying on hidden dangers carefully placed in the wilderness. When a pack leader is killed by a hunter or trapped, the entire social structure of the pack collapses in an instant. Without experienced leaders to train the young wolves become desperate, reckless, and more prone to attacking livestock. The cycle of violence accelerates, leading to government-sanctioned shootings that systematically wipe out entire wolf populations. But amidst this conflict, a new perspective has emerged, driven by those who are determined to understand rather than destroy. Science has shown that the extermination of wolves sends a devastating shockwave throughout the natural environment. To save them, humans must first track them, using modern technology to map their vast territorial movements. For a brief moment, the wilderness is tamed, allowing nature conservationists to equip the animal with vital equipment. This device will transmit the wolf's precise coordinates, creating a digital masterpiece of their vast territorial movements. With this data, researchers can accurately determine where the wolves travel, helping to prevent conflicts before they occur. The deepest lesson of human influence was learned in the world's first national park, where the wolf was completely exterminated. Without wolves, herbivores multiplied uncontrollably, stripping valleys and destroying riverbanks. The decision to reintroduce wolves was purely human, a rare attempt to correct a devastating historical mistake. The reintroduction triggered a miraculous ecological chain reaction, now known as the trophic cascade. As wolves naturally preyed on overpopulated moose, herds were pushed out of the valleys and into higher forests. With the removal of grazing pressure, the valleys exploded with new growth, transforming the landscape in a matter of years. The returning trees provided wood for beavers, whose new dams created vital habitats for fish, amphibians, and waterfowl. Incredibly, the presence of wolves even altered the physical geography, stabilizing riverbanks and altering the flow of water itself. This was a compelling demonstration of humans' power not only to destroy, but also to actively heal the natural world. However, outside of protected parks, the relentless pressure of human civilization continues to grow every day. Climate change caused by human industry is radically altering the winter conditions that wolves rely on for successful hunting. Warmer winters mean less deep snow, which deprives wolves of their tactical advantage and allows their prey to easily escape. To survive in the Anthropocene, the era of humans, wolves are forced to adapt their behavior at an unprecedented rate. Many packs have become exclusively nocturnal, shifting their entire sleep cycle to avoid encounters with humans during the day. They navigate our infrastructure, learning the rhythms of our movement and the boundaries of our farmland. Some countries are finally learning to meet them halfway, designing infrastructure that respects ancient migration routes. These wildlife corridors allow predators to cross roads safely, reducing collisions and connecting disparate genetic pools. In agricultural areas, non-lethal deterrents replace rifles, using psychology rather than bullets to protect livestock. Watchdogs bred over thousands of years to protect herds are experiencing a massive revival on modern ranches. These ancient methods prove that coexistence is possible if we choose innovation over extermination. Ecotourism has also transformed the wolf from an alleged pest into a valuable economic asset for local communities. People from all over the world now flock to spend millions just for the chance to hear a wild howl in the freezing dawn. This economic shift proves that a living wolf is ultimately worth much more to the community than a dead one. But the future of the species still hangs in the balance, entirely dependent on human politics and empathy. One stroke of a pen can grant them federal protection, while another can instantly open the hunting season. As we continue to dominate the planet, we must ask ourselves what kind of world we truly want to leave behind. A world that is sterilized and tamed, devoid of its original apex predators and indomitable spirit? Or a world where we leave enough room in the shadows for the true kings of the forest to run free? The wolf is a mirror that reflects our own humanity, testing our ability to tolerate and coexist. They don't need our help to survive. They just need us to step back and give them the space to exist. When we protect the wolf, we are not just saving one species, but the entire complex web of life that is connected to it. The wolf's howl is the voice of the wilderness itself, an ancient song that belongs to the earth. Whether this song will continue to echo in the mountains or fade into complete silence is now entirely up to us. The choice is ours. The wilderness is waiting.